Hello and welcome to the official Left Stick Down video review for Watch Dogs. My name is Jared. We're going to be taking a look at the 1 version today. That's the best way I can figure out how to say the name without making my Kinect go haywire. So without further ado, first we're going to take a look at the options menu. This is going to be something that I do on every game from now on that I do reviews for. Options are important, even on consoles where games have to be optimized for a set controller and set hardware specifications. You still can give your player a lot of control, and Watch Dogs has done a good job. There are okay controller options. I'm okay with this. This is good enough. They have locked in a fairly solid control input system for the controllers, so I'm happy with it. I'm okay that they don't have different control schemes, and they at least can allow you to change your look sensitivity, turn your vibration on and off, which for this game, I actually might recommend it off. Whenever you shoot, at least for the one controller, whenever you're shooting, your controller will go crazy. I've left it on, but it might be best for you to turn it off. Personal preference. Over in the audio section, we've got a lot of options. Everything has its own voice slider. You can turn autoplay music on and off, which is nice. I leave that off. Occasionally I like to listen to music. There's a lot of good music in the game, but typically when I'm driving around, I prefer to just listen to what's going on around me. The occasional news broadcast comes through anyways, and those to me are more interesting than the music, but music is good. Got good variety of classic songs, new songs, rock, rap, pop, and you can discover a lot of new music in the game. For this review, I've turned the music volume and the songs volume to 0, just to avoid any potential copyright issues with that. But otherwise, I have these at around 40 to 50% a piece. The music is fairly loud by default, but it can easily be turned down. Otherwise, brightness calibration, which is fine. The online session, you can choose to turn on or off various online options, such as people can find you. I've turned that off for the purpose of this review, just so that no one comes and interferes with me while I'm trying to show you guys something. Typically, I leave this on, though. Multiplayer mode is a lot of fun. In gameplay options, aim assist and difficulty. I've left it on normal the whole time. The game will put up a fair challenge for you on normal. I do intend on doing some playing on the harder difficulties later, but normal can put up a challenge for you. So let's get into the game. Eventually this will come up at some point, but I do want to point out that Watch Dogs has got abysmally long loading times on all platforms. It's not just an issue with the one or the older generation consoles. The PC has just as much problem with load times as the consoles do. Not sure why this is. The game does do a lot of front loading. Once you get into the world, nothing ever loads except for maybe missions, which load fairly quickly. The only thing that takes a long time to load up after the initial load is if you die, and then it reloads again. Or fail a mission. Failing a mission for some reason takes forever to load, while loading it up for the first time usually isn't too bad. Right now we're just doing some driving around. Since I'm in a car, I'll talk about cars for a minute. Driving mechanics are really solid. I like also that in a free roam game, you can change your camera view to inside. Normally, if you've watched any of my Forza Let's Plays, I drive like this, but it's not so good for this game, which is fine. I'll let them slide on it because this game isn't about driving your car with precision all the time. Third-person mode is really good. Camera controls are good in the car, or in cars. The only real complaint I have, it's not a problem, it's just more of a little thing from someone who likes car physics in games, is that there's really only 3 different cars. There's a lot of different cars in the game, but it only feels like there's 3 different cars. There's the small car, like what I'm in now. Nimble, quick handling, not too fast, but they handle well. And there is the big car, or the truck, SUV, van. They are lumbering machines, fairly slow, handle poorly, can smash through pretty much anything at any time. And they all pretty much feel the same. There's the sports car, which is super fast. It doesn't handle the best. It's not as twitchy as these small cars. They are a bit hard to handle. That's really the only 3 healing cars there are in the game. The only 3 different types of cars. There's these big vans and stuff you can get. They just feel like extra long of the trucks.
Bloom's Private Security is embroiled in yet another lawsuit over harassment and excessive force.
These broadcasts will come through whether or not you have music turned off. It has to do with things that you do in the story. It's fine. I actually prefer the news broadcasts to music. As you can see, the map is quite large. Sadly, you can't zoom out any farther than this, but it is quite large. You can get in cars, motorcycles, run anywhere on foot. You can get in boats, and you can go anywhere. If you can get there, then you can go there. There are no invisible walls in this game. Anywhere you can reach is yours to explore. Now, there's a lot of stuff on this map. There's a lot of things that you can do to keep you occupied. There's obviously main story missions, which I will avoid and will attempt to not spoil for you guys. There are gang hideouts, which are combat missions where you have to go and eliminate a bunch of gang members. They're a lot of fun, and they are varying difficulties. Some of them are easier, some of them are harder. They're a lot of fun. A lot of different ways you can do those, depending on whether you're a combat person or more of a hacker. There's convoys, which are straight up. You find criminals who they will get various different, stories you could say, where they are transporting drugs or they're going to murder someone, and you have to stop them. Again, a lot of variety in the type of takedowns you can do. Vehicle takedowns, as you can see in the little video that's playing. It's sniping guy that he's supposed to be killing. And there are lots of little activities. That one. These are sort of virtual reality things, AR phone games. There's different ones. There's a free running challenge. There's this, AR stands for augmented reality, by the way. There's this one where you have to stop ghosts or monsters or whatever you want to call them. There's a few different ones of those. The spider tank is probably my favorite. It's just crazy fun. I'll show you that one a little bit. From the criminals, and then you just buy ammo or pick up ammo. So far, I've been playing this game for about 15 hours. I've only bought one gun that the game... Actually, that's a lie. I bought 2 guns. I bought one gun that the game told me to buy for a mission, and then I bought a grenade launcher, because a grenade launcher is my favorite way to do the convoys. Just blow up the car with the person that you're supposed to kill, and then run away. Which I think I will do a convoy mission. That'll give me a good chance to show off the hacking mechanics while I'm driving. Show off a little bit of combat. When it comes to combat, well, I'll save that when I get to combat. This is your smartphone menu. You can access pretty much everything in the smartphone menu. And it's pretty easy to use, except for the fact that it overlays through your screen. You can drive around and use it because you control it with the right thumbstick and your movement with the left thumbstick. It can be distracting because it takes up a good part of the screen, but you can use it while you're on the move, which is really handy. And anything in the game you can access on the map, except for gang hideouts and fixer contracts, which is where you steal cars. You can access from here or the map. You can go to the city hotspots, which is kind of like a Foursquare type thing that's built into the game. You go and check in. You can leave gifts behind. You can get them yourself, other people. And you get rewards if you have the most check-ins in a week. There's digital trips. which are the AR, some of the AR stuff, augmented reality that I was talking about. Spider Tank is the bomb. What saying I hadn't played it. You can listen to the various audio logs that you find throughout the game. There's a lot of good story stuff, but this is all backstory, and I've just been ignoring this tab. I should go listen to it. There's the car on demand service, which you can order up a car from one of your friends who you meet, or pretty much in the first mission. Choose from different vehicles that you've unlocked. You start out with some cars, and then the more that you explore and the more cars you get in, the more that you unlock. Some of them are free, some of them cost money. Depends. Money doesn't really matter in this game, if I'm honest. It's so easy to get money that it just doesn't matter. You get money for almost every mission you complete. Main story missions and gang hideouts don't give you money, but every other mission gives you money. You can also just walk down the street and hack people's bank accounts and get money. And there's an upgrade that you can get that will allow you to hack more money from people. So you can just spend 30 or 45 minutes getting money, and you probably won't need any more money in the game, unless you just really want to buy all the clothes and you want to buy all the weapons. There's just no sense buying money. I'm in the hacking mechanic, or have the profiler open, I should say. At any point in time, as you're walking down the street or you're in a car, press X, just tap it, don't hold it down, and it pulls up the profiler. And all you have to do is look at someone, and it will tell you their name, a little fact about them, and some basic information, which is important for certain missions. Again, won't really spoil it. And then occasionally, you will get a hack, and it will tell you what that hack is. Oh, there's two. There's a song. I'm going to grab that one real fast. It's got a song. It will tell you what you can hack from these people. The most common one is bank account. I just got $680. Next time I go to an ATM, it'll pop that out.
No severance? Well, money's gonna be tight. Executive management are all fucking idiots. Wastes of oxygen. You never liked them. My exit interview was fun. People kept saying, don't burn bridges.
I'm trying to close this.
Blah, blah, blah. Fuck that.
There we go. Got it closed. You can find audio conversations from people, which will sometimes give you missions. Oh, here's a car. Just unlocked a new car from the car on demand service. There's a lot of stuff down here. Comms jammer, frag grenade, and weapon, and everyone's gonna scream. Okay. There are a lot of guns in the game. The guns do feel different. I'm quite pleased with the gunplay. Pistols feel like pistols, machine guns feel like machine guns, shotguns like shotguns, and so forth. They're all real weapons from the real world, which is a nice touch. They could have went with fake weapons or generic weapons, like assault rifle, heavy rifle, whatever. But they're all real world weapons, as you can see. Spec Ops 1911, so it's a silenced 45 pistol, AK-47, CP11, which is a bullpup assault rifle, single shot grenade launcher. There's a few different ones of those. I've only got a couple of shotguns. So far, the pump action is really good. You can buy any weapon at any time in the gun store as long as you got the money for it. All weapons are unlocked from the beginning. So that's really nice. I hate it when games, especially open world games, gate content behind certain missions. The hacks, some of your hacks are gated behind missions. There's a mission called Open Your World that will unlock all of the hacks for you. Until then, you can only get a certain amount of them. While I'm talking about that, let's go skill tree. There's quite a few skills. Most of them are related to hacking or combat. And some of the skills are related to unlocks that you can get for completing missions. But for the most part, You can unlock them at any time with skill points, which you get by leveling up. You get experience for pretty much everything you do, completing missions, stopping criminals on the street, finding collectibles and various unlockables. So, getting experience is easy. In the beginning, all of these are cheap. They only cost 1 or 2, but as you work your way up the skill tree, they start costing 3, 4 skill points. There's one in here somewhere that costs 7. In the hacking tree, you've got different types. Passive abilities, I would say, stuff that you can do while you're just walking around. Get an ATM hack boost, so you get more money from hacking people's bank accounts. Get extra battery life, so you can perform more hacks without having to wait for your phone to recharge. These are different hacks that you can do while you're running around, help you fighting soldiers. These are vehicle hacks, things that relate to have you driving in traffic, which are a lot of fun. This makes driving extremely fun. Raising and lowering bridges, causing traffic jams to escape from the police or gang members that are chasing you. It's a lot of fun. Then for combat, I haven't spent too many points on combat. Combat in this game, you can go all out crazy, balls to the wall, fighting people, but usually that'll get you killed. You are a very squishy target, which I like. You're not playing a super soldier, you're playing kind of an average guy. I mean, he's a smart, fit guy, but he's not a Master Chief, which is nice. You die pretty quickly. You do have regenerating health. You don't have to pick up any sort of health packs or anything. Just hide and wait for your health to come back. And you can get a couple of abilities that will give you some more health, which is nice. But otherwise, the combat skills just make you better with certain weapons. For example, increases rate of fire with semi-automatic pistols. I'm not sure why you need this, but you have to unlock it to get better shotguns, better sniper rifles, etc. You do have this meter called Focus, which works like bullet time. Just click down the right thumbstick, time slows down, and it'll let you shoot better, drive better, etc. See it down there in the menu. Doing some slow-mo shooting. Then you have craft items. About the only one of these that I use is lures. You can use jam comms to escape from cops easily, but I actually like running from the cops. It's so much fun. I've only ever used the comms jammer in a couple missions that require you to do so. Frag grenades and explosive devices. Frag grenades can be useful, but I've never ran into a combat situation so far that my hacking skills couldn't take care of for me. IEDs could be awesome, but I tend to do a lot more hacking and stealth stuff with my silenced pistol than I do straight up combat. So I don't use these very much. That's why I have very little points put into crafting. All of these skills only took 1. And then for driving, most of these skills, except for maybe Escape Artist and Car Unlock, are not useful if you're a good driver. Car Unlock disables car alarms so that now when you steal cars, alarms don't go off and call the police. And then Escape Artist over here makes your hiding car more effective. When you are running from the cops, you can press B to shut off your car and turn off the lights, and that will help you escape from police officers if they're looking. And those are the skills. Most of them are unlocked from the beginning. The top tier unlocks once you complete the Open Your World mission, which is pretty early in the game. So if you want to complete the Open Your World mission, you can do that in probably 2 to 3 hours, and then you can unlock the whole city. After Open Your World, you can do absolutely anything you want. You can open all the city areas, get everything, which is nice. I hate when games gate content like that, and while I wish that you wouldn't have to do that, I wish that they would have it completely open from the beginning. The fact that it opens the world up really early, rather than where Grand Theft Auto in the past would lock certain areas away before you completed a set amount of missions, which could take several hours. This game is just like, okay, after 2 hours, you kind of got the gist of it. Here you go. Here's the world. Have fun. So now that I've dialogued about all this stuff, let's actually do...
Find this guy fast. Fixers work for the highest bidder. Once a contract is taken, they're gonna follow through. I got a chance to prevent a murder here. If I can just find these guys in time.
Alright, so the convoy mission, simple story. This one is I'm stopping this group of people from murdering someone. You get other ones I might have mentioned, but stopping drug trafficking or other situations. I gotta get a car, otherwise I'm not gonna make it over there.
Got a problem?
Steal this car.
You know what I'm
Traffic jam, stop these guys.
Drive them off the road! Go!
Alright, the guy that says take down, I actually have to kill. These other two cars are his gang members, and they will keep sending people after me. Driving along, you can see the stuff popping up. That one said traffic lights, and there's other stuff that pops up, such as bollards you can get out of that. All you have to do is kill this guy. I'm gonna run him over with the car. Maybe. Now that I've done that, I have to either kill all of my pursuers or escape. A lot of stuff in the world you can hack. Traffic lights will cause all the traffic lights to turn green. Everyone will charge across the middle and have a massive accident. You can explode steam pipes, although they take more battery, and I've depleted most of my battery. Those will explode, take out cars that drive over them. As you saw, there were the bollards that came out of the ground, bikes out of the ground, all kinds of really, really cool stuff. There's a hack that I don't have that allows you to take out police choppers. Just hack the chopper and move on to the freeway where there is nothing. Signs that sometimes pop up that you can hack and they'll display messages. Those are for. So far, there's not been any missions that relate to them. It's just as you drive by, do the hacking mechanic on it, and it will pop up a message like, I know what you did, or I can see you. Managed to pick a slow, heavy car. Explosion, although I kind of wasted it. Traffic. Raise this bridge. This is a good way to escape. Oh, I got somebody. You can take it.
Shit! Go ahead, I'll catch up.
Now I've raised the bridge. I can't get across, and I can escape.
Shit! I lost him.
You can do these hacks at any time while you're driving around. But you can attract attention to yourself, get the cops called on you, or gang members, depending on where you are in the city and who actually do.
Watch your back, you can't be far.
Which is nice. So far, I haven't found a mission that requires you to swim, but it's a good way to get away from enemies. I haven't ran into any enemies in boats. I'm sure they exist, but usually you can go be pretty safe in the water. So that's a convoy. Somehow kill the person that you're supposed to, and then either take out or run away from everyone else. I haven't escaped yet. As you can see on the map, I'm still in the gray circle.
I'm calling it. It's over.
You either have to get away from the circle or enough time
You managed to ditch
pass, and they won't find you, and then they'll give up. I escaped for long enough, and they gave up. But check out a gang hideout. I'll show you some combat and hacking on foot. This is where the game really, really, really shines. The hacking in vehicles is fun. Pursuits are fun. But when it comes to doing gang hideouts or certain story missions, hacking is a blast. One of the early story missions requires you to hack into a CTOS center. That's the Chicago citywide monitoring system that allows you to do all of the hacking that you do. Everything, whether it's people's bank accounts or security cameras or whatever.
Dedicated to protecting you and your family.
And early campaign missions, you have to go and you have to hack the center. And that's the mission where it requires you to buy a gun. There's a lot of guards there. He says, I need to double my arsenal. You go and you buy a gun. And I'm assuming the game wants you to go and kill everyone. But what I did was I went and I was stealthy. I snuck up to the area where I could see a camera, made sure that I was hidden well, and then I did the entire mission. I only killed 2 people, but it wasn't using my weapons. It was using hacks to set off various environmental triggers in order to draw guards around so that I could get access to certain areas, because some guards have cameras on their weapons or on their body, which you can hack just like security cameras. And I used those guys to create distractions and lures and work my way into the facility on a security camera on a guard's shoulder. I hacked the camera in the building where I could look at the server. I broke the server security with a little hacking mini game, which is kind of fun. It's kind of gimmicky, but it's pretty fun. And then after that, I completed the mission. I killed 2 people, and none of it was with my weapon. I have done another mission that's similar to that, and I was a little pressed for time. I was having to leave.
What's that?
Pal, you're asking for it.
I can't quite make it out. Something.
Anyways, I got spotted, and I wound up taking out all the guards. Kind of like this. How I just got spotted. I'm gonna take out these guys on the roof.
The fuck is that?
Oh, whoops. Okay, so I just killed the target that I was supposed to beat down. I'm not quite sure what exactly the point is. You have to kill pretty much everyone here and then beat down one certain person, and it's supposed to teach that person a lesson. I don't get why you can't just sneak in and beat that one guy down. You have to kill all the rest of the gang members. You cannot complete a gang mission without killing. So, I'm not quite sure what the point is to that, but they're a lot of fun. Alright, I'll try and do it better this time and not get spotted immediately and accidentally kill my target. The target is randomized, so it won't be the same guy. More than likely, it might be, but probably not. But you sneak into one of those areas, you identify your target using the profiler on your phone, you kill everyone else, and you beat him down. And if I'd been paying attention, this one says that there are 2 targets here, which is a first. I've done a bunch of these gang hideouts. I've never done 2 targets. Example. Alright, when you're in combat situations like this, the profiler can show you useful information. This guy can call for reinforcements. So that means that if I don't kill him, or if I alert him too early, he can call for backup. Guys that are here can come help him, and also he can actually call in gang members from outside. When I hack into one of these security cameras, get kind of a lay of the land. Profiler is always on when you're a security camera, which is nice. You can see, again, all kinds of information on these guys. Now you can see this guy walking over here. Well, he was walking by this pipe that says burst. I can press X or hold X, hack that. It'll burst the pipe. It will act as a distraction if there's no one nearby. And things that explode can hurt and or kill enemies, depending on what it is. Blowing up transformers and stuff will always kill enemies if they're close enough. Pipes usually only do damage. Let's see. Nope, he was too far away. So it just startled him. I've now triggered all the rest of the guards to come over to this area. I can use this to either sneak around or kill people. Again, like I said, a lot of options. Some guy down here, this guy, says explode. That means that I can trigger his grenade, blow up, pull it off of his body. of the two targets I'm supposed
Eyes open. Find them. Watch it.
That's another thing. Let's talk about the AI for a minute. The AI is really good, and they behave fairly realistically. Enemies will try and flank you when you get in combat situations, and they will actively continue searching for you once they spot you. If you are able to trigger, such as that explosion, enough guards to come over to you to check you out, they might start shooting at a position where they think you are, whether or not you're not there, in an attempt to suppress you. They will swarm you. They will use tactics against you, grenades, strategic reinforcements. They will place snipers appropriately. It's almost like you're constantly fighting a team of people. They're not as good as playing against real humans in any multiplayer game, but it is like you're fighting real people. Say, bad real people. But it's really good for an AI. I really was impressed by it, and still am impressed by it. I imagine on higher difficulties they probably play a lot better. Like I said, I'm on normal, just to enjoy kind of the story before I bump up the difficulty. Try out the various missions.
Stay alert.
Distract is a fun one. That's what this one does. Sending him text messages. There's a whole bunch you can get though. Sometimes it'll play music, get phone calls. Enemies will yell at each other for leaving their phone on in a guard duty situation. It's good. A lot of options. I cannot emphasize that enough. There are so many options with this game. I'm gonna overload his explosive again. Let's see if he throws it away. Yep, he threw it away in time. They don't always though, as you can see. That guy down here did not throw his away in time, blew him up and killed him. This guy did though. Sometimes they will throw it into their friends and blow their friends up. It's kind of like they're panicking and they're just chucking it away. The professional soldiers actually that you will fight are a lot better at throwing it away from their friends. I'm not sure if it's on purpose or if they're just really lucky. But until proven otherwise, I'm going to believe that it's a design characteristic for them since they're guys.
Look out! What the? Hey, what was that? How do you turn?
Didn't get it in time. Blew him up. Alright. Now let's take a look at how the stealth system. Cover is handled really well in the game. Point at something, press A, go into cover at it. It's that simple. You can use that to go around corners. Use that. This isn't really a corner. There. You can use it to sprint to cover from a long way away. I don't know if I got spotted or if I just got really low.
I'll check over there.
Alright, here comes a guy I gotta knock down. Leaving your profiler open is really handy. It doesn't take away stuff from these guys like it gives you a better idea of where all your them or you spot them personally.
Don't let your guard down.
This map will remain blank until you actually find the enemies, and then
We're done here.
they link to your smartphone and you can see them on your minimap. Really good mechanic that I like, and you can do a lot of recon with cameras, security cameras that are around, being really stealthy, figuring out what you're getting into, and make a plan of attack. I am not a stealth gamer by any means, but the last two games I have played have been really good stealth games. Wolfenstein and Watch Dogs for different reasons, but Watch Dogs is genuinely a good stealth game. I would love to see a lot of these stealth mechanics put into the next Splinter Cell, and really all future stealth games. Stealth kill a few more.
Stay sharp.
Cheat the ball. Not sure how I managed to kill that guy without getting spotted. When it comes to weapons, I mentioned the weapons a little bit earlier. Weapons really do feel different They really feel a lot like their real-life counterparts. Pistols don't have good range, especially the silenced pistol.
Keep your head in the game.
If you know anything about weapons in real life, suppressors lower muzzle velocity of rounds, which will cut their effective range down, depending on the weapon, anywhere from 20 to 50%, and it shows. The non-silenced pistol has got a better range than the silenced pistol, but because I like to play this game so stealthy, I rarely ever use any weapon other than the pistol. It doesn't look like anyone's going to come over in my direction anymore, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch 16 assault rifle.
Keep your eyes peeled.
Normally the AK-47 is a good weapon in games. I do not like the AK-47 in this game. Maybe it's because it just doesn't feel right. I've used an AK-47 in real life, and I know it's a video game. It's never going to feel like real life, but it just does not feel right. Otherwise, every other weapon I've used feels great, looks great, works great. Yeah. Alright, they know I'm here. They're shooting at me. Got a sniper on the roof. I'm gonna need to take him down.
911, state your emergency, please. Gunfire!
Oh, and someone called the cops. That's a mechanic that I'm probably not gonna get to show you right now. Oh, it's shooting at me. But when citizens are going to call the cops,
Stop right there.
intimidate them. I killed a guy I wasn't supposed to kill. I was not paying attention. That was my fault. Citizens will call the police. You can intimidate them either by pointing your weapon at them, threatening to run them over with your car. You can do takedowns on them. You can even kill them. I'm going to exit this mission. You can even kill them, but the game punishes you for killing civilians. You have a reputation meter that goes up and down. Mine has stayed pretty neutral. I've done a lot of side missions, but I also tend to get pretty reckless when I'm driving and run many civilians over. The game punishes you for killing innocent civilians. Killing a person gives you a meter that says unwarranted violence. It will knock down your reputation. Killing criminals is okay, but you don't get as much reputation points, positive reputation points, as if you take them down normally. I'm just gonna kill this person. You're watching in the top right-hand corner. That civilian killed. Down. Recommendations for this game? It's a lot of fun. If you like Grand Theft Auto and need a fix on the next-gen consoles, this game is not Grand Theft Auto, but it is a blast. It's a lot of fun. Open-world elements are done well. Weapons are done well. The hacking mechanic is a blast. Sometimes I'll walk around and just... and one of my favorite things to do is to just hang out and profile people who walk down the street. Pretty funny ones like this guy, Branch Travis, taking pole dancing. There's a lot of stuff you can do in this game. I don't think that I will get bored for hours, maybe. So you unlock so many things to do on the side. There's so much to this game. I wholeheartedly recommend that you check it out. For your platform of choice. It's out on everything except Wii and Wii U. I think I would recommend one of the console game versions over the PC. The PC version looks better, and you can get a lot better frame rate, but it's much more optimized for the console. If you watch Total Biscuit's review, I will link to that at the bottom, where he reviews the PC version, he goes in depth about how the game is not optimized for PC and how that even on his Dual Titan machine, it runs poorly. But I'll let you check that out for a long explanation. He talks about it for a while. So, based on that fact alone, unless you are a true die-hard PC gamer, I'd recommend this on a console. I have checked out the both next-gen versions. I've seen the 360 version, and I've also seen the PC version. And by far, the PC looks the best, but due to the problems that it has with optimization, I would still recommend the console.
Wow. Really?
My name has been Jared. This has been a Left Stick Down video review, and we're still getting new to this series, and I would love the opportunity I'm not going to do them if you guys don't want them. So please leave us a comment below, and thanks for checking us out.